So we've got a couple of lessons on equation or on circles. This lesson we're going to be looking at the equation of the circle, like an equation of a line. A little bit different, as you'll see. So you will be able to determine the graph and graph equations of circles, given certain information. So let's take a look at the standard form of a circle equation. Equation of circle in standard form. With the center, we all know a circle has a center point. And the center we're saying is at this point, we're calling it HK. And a circle has a radius, you've seen radius halfway across the circle from the center to a point on a circle. The radius we're going to call R in this. Then the general form looks like this. X minus that number H, that quantity to the second power, plus y minus that number k from the center to the second power equals the radius to the second power. And we'll see how this general form, it's easy to write equations when we know the center numbers and the radius. We just plug them in there. And how to graph them when we know this general form and we can figure out the h and k and radius. So let's look at our first example. We're going to go one example at a time with these videos and then one quick check. So our first example in our first video. So here I'm putting up our general form up here again. The center is going to be at HK with radius R. It looks like this. So our first question says, write the equation of circle with center 2, 5 and with a radius of 3. So let's see, we can see that the center gives us the h and k number. Okay? So we can put those numbers in already. And the general form starts off with x minus the h number. What's the h number? 2. So we put a 2 there. So we got x minus 2 in there. That part's done. And then plus y minus the k number. The k number is 5, so we just substitute that in there. Y minus the 5. And then we've got the powers, the plus sign in the middle. And then the last part, to finish this equation off, we need the radius squared. Well, they told us the radius was 3, so 3 to the second power is 9. So we put the 9 there. There is an equation of a circle that has 2, 5 as a center and a radius of 3. That's all there is to it, substituting the numbers in there. You'll see what happens later when h and k are negative numbers or 0, what we do special for that, and when we get minus and negative. But that's all there is to it. So I'd like you to try the quick check now. On the quick check, when you're entering your equation into the Google form, let me show you what I want you to do since we can't do powers on that Google form. Let me pause for a second and write it in. Okay, so here I've got at the bottom how you would type it in on the Google form. For the second power, we use this, it's called the caret key. It's on top of the 6, so you hit Shift 6. And this means raised to some power, and you put the 2 right after it. So we have x minus 2 raised to the second power plus y minus 5 raised to the second power equals 9. Remember these parentheses here for these quantities. So that's how I'd like you to type it in on your Google form. We'll check that answer. So try that quick check 1 right now. And then we'll get to the second video.